And here we go. What's going on, y'all? Gonzo's Convos, Season 6, Episode 12. Y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Well, hey, my name is Vana. I go by Vana J. You can find me on Instagram, Vana_baby. I'm basically into music right now. My latest song, Dear Diary, is out. Also, Need You Now. So yeah, check me out. Happy to be here.
Hell yeah, appreciate that.
Awesome. Yeah, nice. I'm Illy. I take my time to do relationships. So my main focus is actually how the male and the female mind come together as one, and what your role in society is as far as being a woman, and why there are men who now do not want to commit and they're not looking for marriage anymore. So I'm focused basically on the feminine energy and how the masculine no longer is seeking commitment. And I'm a
Mm,
mom, and I just have life, lots of things going on in life, but here we are.
I got you. So I feel like you're gonna have a lot to say about this topic,
Yeah,
just
this is
based.
what I focus on.
So, yeah, I feel like you
Yeah.
have a lot to say. All right. So I mean, hey, let's jump right into it. So we're gonna start off by asking. I'm gonna start by asking about this generation, right? This generation that lives around us on social media in our daily lives. What do you guys think of it? Illy, you go first. What do you think of this generation so far?
You cannot find a domesticated woman in
Mm.
2024. It is very rare for a man to find a domesticated woman. Not only find a domesticated woman, but a woman who actually receives pleasure from being a domesticated woman, because we live in a generation where now we're doing 50-50, and I'm a boss bitch and this and that, and it's like, okay, and oh, he can clean, he has hands. So now we're finding women that are jumping into 50-50 relationships because they want to be equal to the masculine. And there's
Okay.
not an excuse. I hear this all the time with women who come on my life is, oh, well, I have trauma. Okay. That's an excuse, because 70% of marriages fail and are done and are, because of women. Women initiate 70% of divorces, not the man.
That is
It's
true.
the woman. Why?
Mhm.
Because women are opportunists. Because if it looks bigger and better and has more money, you're going to go. But we also need to hold our men accountable, because men are also not looking within themselves and like, why am I choosing this kind of woman? Because I tell men all the time who come on my panel or who even just seek relationship advice in private is, what kind of women are you picking? Because that's why beautiful, there's no ugly woman out there. You only become ugly when you have no femininity to you.
Yeah.
That's it. Because women are not ugly.
Yeah.
It's just men are focusing, some men are focusing on the outer look, and I tell men
Yeah.
all the time, like, there's no respect in 2024 by women to men. Men are no longer being respected. Women really want to be equal. I
Mhm.
don't do equal. I don't do
I
50.
feel like I feel like women either want to be equal, and there's some that even want to be above.
Mm-hmm,
I just want to be. That's not even just want to feel like I'm above this man. Like I
mm-hmm,
could do so much
I,
more.
I am the feminist on this podcast, and I'll be the first person to say that I agree with a woman's power is 100% in their femininity. 100%. We
Yeah.
are weakest when we try to be masculine, but I'm
mm-hmm,
not going to sit here and discredit my queens and make it seem like there isn't an imbalance with today's men in old fashioned domesticated roles. I'm not going to sit here and go to work and come home and clean my house and take care of a man when you're supposed to be a provider. So yeah, you show me the modern day old school man who deserves a domesticated wife, and 100% a real woman is going to follow that. But don't, you can't sit here and get on a podcast and say it's because of women, because one, it takes a man to know he needs a wife. 100%. A man has to know he needs a wife. And then it's up to a woman to be that wife that he needs. that's not speaking for all the women who might be opportunists and all the women who may not understand what it is to respect a man regardless of what he's bringing in the house financially or what he's not doing. You know, there are women out here who do respect men and do appreciate men for what they can bring to the table. And I'm someone who can very much be both. I'm a single parent. I'm a mother. I have to pay bills. I have to go to work. So yes, I'm 100% masculine at times, but that doesn't mean that I have no capability of dropping that mask and being the feminine woman that any man deserves and craves. So it's like, as a woman who has a daughter, I don't ever want her to sit here and think that it's whatever a man says, because it's whatever the right man says, a God-fearing man says, a man who understands his actions and has accountability and knows how to uplift a woman. But I would never sit here and, you know, portray this idea that women are the issue in today's society. I mean, we can say it's a 50-50 if we are going to do that, but I'm 100% a feminist, and I will vouch for women every day. I see all of my friends, you know, bend over backwards for their family, for the men that they love. And, you know, it's genuinely hard. So I just think that we have to put ourselves in everyone's viewpoint instead of just speaking from, you know, a certain stance.
No, I agree. And I am also a single mother. But it is the way that I view it, because I personally don't associate in my circle of friends, we don't do feminists, because what I realized about women who are is the accountability isn't there. Because at the end of the day, those are still your children.
The accountability, what?
The accountability of, like you said, it is hard. I provide 100% for mine. I put a roof over their head, but that is my job.
Right. So what accountability am I not taking by being a
feminist? No. I'm just speaking in general.
Said as a feminist. You said as a feminist.
Welcome in.
We
just started discussing.
We have problems with taking accountability. So I want to know, as a feminist, what do we have problems taking accountability of that makes us a negative notation?
Well, because like you said, it's hard. You see women do the things, but those are our roles.
Right. And I do it every day with a smile on my face. And I'm still a boss. I'm a queen. And I still know that my king is out there waiting for me. So your point is?
Hold on.
Well, I wasn't coming off as like...
I hold accountability every day.
Okay.
It's just, I don't get what you're saying. I'm a feminist. I hold accountability.
I'll just give it to you.
I can honestly say that when I look in the comments, some feminists do give like a double standard. They want their man to do everything, but then they don't want to do anything at the same time. And I feel like that kind of does take away the power of a woman, because we can do a lot. And a lot of the times it's like I'm not saying you per se, but I'm saying when I look in the comments, I see a lot of ignorant comments coming from feminine women or feminists, where they always point the finger at a man, but then they turn around and don't give themselves a double standard.
I love the definition of a feminist right now, just so everyone's clear.
Right, hold on.
Of a feminist is.
So just real quick, we won't just
all of y'all, but I cannot.
Just real quick. We're gonna put it on a pause. Jhordan, go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
Hey guys, I'm Jhordan, beautiful _brown skin.
A feminist is an advocate of women's rights on the basis of the equality of sexes, a person who supports feminism. There are millions of types of different women who consider themselves feminists but don't have the same agenda. So that there says that other women can identify themselves as a feminist, and you can't sit here and say that those same women who think that a man is supposed to do everything is the same person that I'm defining myself as. That's not a real woman, and that's not a real feminist. So we're going to talk about the women who are accountable. We're going to talk about the women who don't put it all on their man. We're not talking about the little girls. We're talking about grown women, and we're talking about like real issues. So like, we're not going to put all of the blame on women. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm
not putting all the blame on women. That's not what I said. I never came out my mouth. 50-50. But what I am saying is that as a woman, if you want to have those roles, then you got to take the responsibility as well. So if you're going to say, hey, I want the equality of working, then you're going to have the bills. But then when you first meet a man in the talking stages, this happens a lot. A woman expects a man to pay $1,000 for a meal.
And who? What woman?
Okay,
it's hella women. What do you mean?
There are females that do that.
You're taking it.
There are females that do that.
Personal. You're taking it as personal when I'm speaking in general.
I'm not taking it personal at all.
You are, because kind of your tone of voice is a little cutthroat, and it's kind of like talking at me, not talking to me.
The same way they're saying women who want $1,000 meals. Those are the women that the men need to be aware of. Those are opportunists, not the women who are fighting to get out of marriages because he's literally breaking her down. Those are the women who the men need to watch out for. So don't sit here and make it seem like because a woman is demanding respect and she knows her values that there's something wrong.
$1,000 meal is demanding respect.
You can't take on a plate. Right. Referring to the conversation with Illy.
You making my face twitch. What? $1,000 meal is not demanding respect. Demanding respect is telling a man you're not going to speak to me any type of way. Demanding respect is telling someone, hey, you're going to treat me the way I treat you. That's demanding respect. Demanding respect is letting him know, hey, just because you're paying for this meal doesn't mean you're getting asked today. That's demanding respect. $1,000 meal is not demanding respect. I don't know how you equated that with demanding respect.
Women who want $1,000 meals. Those aren't real everyday women. Let's get to the real everyday women.
But these are the standards that are being set for women. So now more and more so-called women are expecting this on the first day. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
All right. Not even on the topic.
And I agree, but we're talking about in general. Like I said, you're taking this way too personally. You're taking this as we're talking about you. We're not talking about you right now. We're talking about everybody.
And let's find common ground here.
Women are the issue by women all the time. I don't do that pick me shit at all. So if you want to get her on here and be a pick me, yeah, we're going to bump heads all day. I'm not
pick me, girl. You got on here already combative. What do you mean? About women. Pick me, girl. I will never. I don't need to be picked by nobody. I'm the most lonely loner in the motherfucking world. I'm sorry because I don't even. Okay. But this is my whole thing. She's trying to be one of those girls that speak for women and not making sense at all. Like your sentences are not even making sense.
Well, but if you really a girl,
who's really being a manner?
Hold on,
who's being a petty though?
Hold on, y'all.
See how I'm smiling? How I keep it cute? Yeah, because this is funny to me.
Girl, you've been talking about everybody this whole time. That's not keeping it cute. I keep it real. I don't keep it cute. I keep it real. I keep it real. I don't keep it cute. I keep it 100. I keep it 100.
Me too, babe.
I keep it 100. You keep it cute. That's fine. We can have two different. Listen, to each his own. I'm big on to each his own. But you're not making sense either.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Hold on. Let's calm shit down. Let's find common ground here, okay?
I just don't like to be talked at. That's my thing. I don't talk at anybody. I talk to people, and I would like that same respect back because listen,
I take up a lot of space.
Here's my thing.
I take a lot of space.
I'm just gonna
this took a turn so goddamn fast. I didn't even see this shit coming. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I didn't see this shit coming at all.
You have no choice. What's the opposite of keeping it cute?
Girl, I'm always cool, calm, collected.
Well, I do.
You the one that's getting combative. That's what I'm saying. You was coming at the other girl. What's your name? What's your name? The one with the 2 braids. I didn't even get to introduce. I didn't even get her. I don't know nobody's name on here.
You came in late.
Because when I came in, you was already yelling at everybody. Come on now. What's your name, Moo?
I'm Illy.
Illy. Yes. Nice to meet you, Illy. Come on now.
All right. Let's find common ground. So look, Vana J, you believe a certain thing, and Jhordan believes something else. So this is
all have
you can all have like your what do you call it? Your counter beliefs and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But just keep it try to keep it cordial. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to argue about it. You know
but that's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with what she's saying at all. But I'm saying is that yes, there is a power in being able to have your own.
Right.
But the thing is, there's also women in the.
I don't know what happened to her. Oh.
Yeah. No, I agree in having the power of as a woman, most definitely. I tell women as well who approach me, because this is not the first time that I've ever been up against mothers. I am a mother. I am a single mother, but you cannot force, and let me make sure I phrase my words correctly. Some women who are feminists are the same women that either are pro-choice or pro-life. And when you become a pro-choice, it is your choice. If a father wants to keep the baby and she says, well, my body, my choice, he has no saying. But if that same woman was pro-life and he said, I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want to have
Sorry,
a
but
kid.
abortion is something that is
Now
inappropriate.
you're
We're
forcing
not
it.
Let
talking
her
about
finish.
I'll
abortion.
just wait for you to go ahead.
That
Go
is
ahead.
Let her
that's more
finish.
political.
Okay.
And it's inappropriate to have that conversation because different people have different spiritual beliefs. That has nothing to do with feminists. And like, please stay on topic because that is like, come on now, I'm not going to even get into that.
But
That has
that
nothing
is
to
a feminist.
that
Yes,
can
that
go
is.
so many different
What?
roles, and that can go into so many different viewpoints. We're sitting here talking about relationships, and you want to talk about
Because that is
abortion.
a
Like,
relationship.
come
That's
on
how
now,
most relationships
come on
start.
now. Let's keep
All right,
focused.
all right, all right.
We're going down a rabbit
Let's switch it
hole.
up. Let's switch it up. Let's talk about the relations between men and women. The men and women of today's generation. What do y'all think of the relations between today's men and women? What do y'all think? You know what, Jhordan? We'll start with you.
Yeah, go ahead, Jhordan.
I feel like when we're talking about relationships nowadays, I feel like a lot of people feel like toxicity is cute. And when it comes to people being toxic, they're like, oh, I'm toxic. Like, that's one of the first things that I'm not saying grown men, but I'm just saying boys and girls, female, male, it doesn't matter how you name them. But I feel
Right.
like toxicity is like has become a normal. And like hitting on your girl, beating on each other, like shit like that is not, to me, is not cute. But then you look at the Krishans, the Blue Faces, the Stunner girls with her man, like you look at all these people, all these celebrities, not normalizing but really showing their life so much that it's becoming normal to see. And
Right.
now you have all the, like, Kane, her man beat on her, and I'm not even trying to like name names, but like it's just like, as influencers, I feel like in the world today that they're showing their relationship, and I feel like in a lot of relationships you should keep shit like that. If you're going to be okay with being beat on, you should keep shit like that to yourself, not expose it to the world, because that's, to me, like,
Yeah.
it's
I
just
Yeah.
not
agree.
something that I would
Keep
say
it in
becomes
the
normal. And I
household.
feel like that's a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of normal shit. I know a few people that have been in abusive relationships and decided to stay, and they've been cheated on, and they decided to say that's toxic. Even narcissistic people, men
Which
and
I
women,
never
not
understood. I never understood why they always wanted, like, the female always wanted to stay with the dude that treats her like shit versus go
exactly
to a
vice
different
versa
dude that
though.
treats her like a queen. You know what I'm saying? I never understood why they always wanted to go to the guy that treats them like shit. I never understood that.
Because she has a victimized mentality. When women play victim in everything, they're not in their logical sense. Because by nature, as women, we are very emotional. And so that's why we need a man, the right man, to lead, provide, and protect, to
Right.
be able to bring us into that middle zone. Because a lot of the times there are women out there that will say, I want a provider, a protector, and a leader. But when he gets ready to lead, you're questioning his leadership.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not
That's
really looking
absolutely
for that.
right. No, you really hit that on the nail, on the money, because ultimately, I feel, and I also feel like a lot of guys, they call themselves dominant, but really they're controlling. Like, I feel like a lot of men don't know the difference between dominance and controlling, and they
Right.
feel like, oh, I'm leading my woman, but really you're controlling your woman. You're taking freedom from your woman. And I'm not saying that this
Right.
only happens to women, because this happens to men too. I see men getting their ass whooped, and they just like,
That's
and they
embarrassing.
just, it's normal, and
Okay.
it's not cool either way. I'm sorry if I curse, sorry, but
Nah, you could cuss. This is explicit category. You can do whatever you want.
okay. So, but yeah, I just, like, ultimately, like, I just feel like when it comes to being with a toxic man, I don't know how, I can't speak for the other side. I don't date toxic women, so dating a toxic man for me is like it's like basically asking for a casket to me,
I
because
feel
you're either going to get away from a toxic man or you're going to end up in a casket. Look at all these people who didn't leave their man too fast enough, and they ended up getting killed because now he got too much attachment to you. Now he got too much love for you, and his love is toxic, and he doesn't know
That's
how to
just
control
that
it.
just means that just means the vato is psychotic. That's all the fuck that
Or
means.
didn't grow up with a dad, or grew up with a dad that was beating his mom, and he, you know what I'm saying, generational curses are passed down, and that's why they're called curses. Because it's just like, if I ever see my mom, which I never see my mom, my dad has never put his hands on my mom. My mom and my dad had a very healthy relationship, so that's why I feel like I'm secure being by myself before I will ever step to anybody who it will disturb my peace. Like, I'm when it comes to my peace, I put it first. And if you even disrupt it just a little bit, trust me, you're already blocked. I'm disassociating myself with you. Actually, I need a break from social media at this point in time, because now I got to get my chakras back together. I got to get my aura back
Right.
in tune, because it's like people don't realize how much energy you carry from a person that you deal with. Like, you, when
Right.
you're around somebody, the things that they say, the things that they speak, the power of your tongue is real. Like, the shit that they tell you, if they're, especially a man that like talks down on you, you start believing that, because already everybody has their own insecurities, and as someone who loves you, they're going to know those insecurities, they're going to use them against you. So I
Right.
truly feel like toxic, it's a lot of toxicity, and I just pray that we really get out of that this era, because this toxic era is not cute, it's not cool, it's not fun, it's sad.
Glad you said it. Glad you said. I agree with you. And then the social media thing, we'll get into that later on. I got
And
you.
I think
So,
that the
Vana
problem,
J, what do you think? What do you think of
I
this
think that
generation?
the problem is a lot of people are dealing with their own mental issues, and they're going through life and they're not happy themselves. They're struggling themselves. They don't even know who they are, and people think that a relationship is where they need to be, and they're forcing this half version, confused, dark self on other people, and then someone's always going to be the problem if you're not whole within. And I think that once you really master like having peace, like it's not normal for the toxicity. And I think that's the difference between when you're a healed individual and when you're not, is you don't want to argue when someone's coming through the door. And if y'all do have a disagreement, you want to talk about it. Like, you're not screaming about it. You want to
Right.
genuinely have a conversation. You want to see why y'all are on different pages. And if, you know what I mean, you want to come to a kind of common ground with this person. It's not about who's right or wrong. It's about, let's get over this hump. And a lot
Right.
of people are not used to a healed version of someone that they're dating. So they're
Exactly.
not used to the not fighting and not screaming. So, you know what I mean? They're just not used to not having a toxic environment. So you could be as peaceful as you want to be, but sometimes people are fighting within themselves. So, you know what I mean? They're looking at you like you're always going to be the problem. Whole time you're just healed, and they're still looking for something, and they want you to fulfill something in them that was never your role to do. So I definitely agree with that. Like, toxic is just, it's like normal now. So where you have women who aren't like that, and you know what I mean, it's like we're boring. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be
Yeah.
crazy. It's like they think that's cute. Like, oh, I want you to be crazy. Like, wow, why would I want
Yeah,
to be?
yeah, yeah.
I
It's a
want to be crazy.
trend. It's like a
Trust me,
trend
being crazy
nowadays.
is not fun.
Like
I don't
it's
like
like a
that. It
it's
doesn't
like a
feel
trend.
good.
It's like a trend to be toxic to each other nowadays, and it shouldn't be that way. Illy, what about you? What do you think of this generation?
Yeah, I do believe that toxicity is the number one thing that both male and females are seeking. And there are men out there. I just had a live 2 days ago, and there was a man who was saying that he's only going to date someone who's equal to him. But of
Hmm.
course, a woman and a man could never be equal. We weren't created equally. Our roles on this earth were not meant to be played equally. Now, I do agree that the right man will make a woman submit and be submissive and cater and cook and clean and love, but that man has to be that man. And there aren't enough of those men out there, and the ones that are terrified to commit because of the past choices that they have made. So they go and they choose women that are, like I said on my live the other day, men are choosing women for their looks, but
Hmm.
those looks are not what's going to raise your children. That's
Mhm.
the
So,
woman that's going to take 50% of everything that you own and then some.
so
That's
I was gonna say, so elaborate on that, especially for the listeners, when you say that men and women weren't created equally. So how were men and women created differently?
Men are providers, protectors, and leaders. But
Okay.
unfortunately, we live in a society where women are being told that they can do the same. And they can. I don't talk down on women who are boss bitches, who are independent. You're supposed to be. You're a human being. Before you meet somebody, you are supposed to take care of yourself independently, both male and female.
Mhm.
You're an adult, you know. And as a woman, you have that nurturing side of you that men by nature don't have. And real men, I mean, I don't like to use those terms, what a real man is, but men who know their place and their role in life look for nurturing women.
So I feel like, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong about this, but from what I've seen, I feel like it's gone away from the old school tradition. You know, the old school tradition where the man worked and the female took care of the house. You know, that was an old school thing. Nowadays, it's like both the man and the women are both taking care of the house and both working and also taking care of the kids, like taking turns and shit like that.
Mhm.
So do you feel like that was a better adaptation to life, or do you feel like the old school way was the way to go? Like, what do you truly feel like?
Honestly, I think it's different in today's day and age because things are so much more expensive. You know what I mean? So it's so hard to sit here and say that, you know, a man should be doing all of the things that X, Y,
Right.
and Z they used to do
Right.
back in the day by himself because it's hard. If you're running a household with kids, you know what I mean, and bills, a lot of times, rarely a man, you know, some men do have a career where they can handle all of that load, and that's why it's specific to what helps, what's worked for your relationship. If your man can take care of all the bills and he's like, babe, I got you, and that works for y'all, then cool. But if you know that you and your man both making just enough to where y'all gotta go 50-50, then you gotta know that that's still your person, and he just can't, you know what I mean? He could want to do it all he wants, but we live in a different time and a different age, and that's where like, you know, I just want y'all to understand there is a difference between some feminists who are, you know what I mean, it's not always about like, oh, if you got me doing this, I shouldn't be doing that. No, like, I'm the type of person where I get it. Like, I'm so realistic. Like, today's day and age with bills and everything like that, a man might not be able to put you in a position to pay all the bills to where, you know what I mean, you cook, clean, and nurture him.
Yeah.
But if he's taking care of most of the load or as much as he can, and you know that that's your person, you know, you never know how things could change. It might could be 50-50 today, and then he might could be up next year, and it could be 80-20, then 100-0. You know, it's all about what happens, what works for you. And different stages in life will require different percentages out of you and your spouse. And that's why it's so important to have somebody who loves you for you, because life can really like humble you. You could be a mom who's getting all the bills paid, and then boom, something happened, and baby, you got to go to work. Like, do you love that man enough to be able to go to work and know that he still loves you just the same? Like, it's just all about what works in your relationship. And that's what's wrong with today's society. We look at social media and we see Moneybag buying Oreo, all of this, and this celebrity buying all of this and that, and it's like, it's unrealistic. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's what influenced it, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at I'm 22 years old. So there's a lot of females that are my age and even older that when they look at what the right man for them is, they look at like crazy shit. Like, they look at the dude got to be 6 foot and taller.
Unrealistic expectations.
Yeah. He's got to make 6 figures. He has to have the right zodiac sign. Now, the zodiac sign had me fucked up because what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a zodiac sign.
But then on the flip side, and it's okay if you require that, but then on the flip side, baby, do you have an 800 credit score? Do you drive a Benz? Like,
no facts.
And that's when it's so that you know who you're dating, and you require what you want to require, but just make sure requiring it. Like, if the mirror's flipped on the other end, like, you can do the same. Like, and I think that's the only issue.
Glad you said that. Exactly.
You have to date within your bracket.
I personally,
I can say I don't agree with that though, because for me, like, I've dated men that, you know, they've been down bad and I've been the main provider, and I'm cool with that because, like you said, when you find your person, you just have, when you see something in somebody, you have faith in that, and it's not always about the material things. But I don't believe you should date in your bracket, because you should always date somebody who's gonna teach you to elevate, who's always gonna keep you wanting to do more and do more and do more. If you get somebody who's in your bracket, you guys are gonna get too comfortable and you're gonna remain at that level of stagnant.
Right, I wasn't done with my statement, but yeah.
Like, be humble, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not dating.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's okay, because I know I want a man who can teach me things. I want my man to, if you're supposed to lead and provide for me, I need you to be here with it, because I'm already here.
And that's not even just money wise. That's mentality too. That's not just money. You don't have to have the money if you got the mentality. If you got the mentality on how we gonna get there, trust and believe I'm gonna trust the process and we're gonna get there. Like,
but nowadays it's vice versa though. Like, y'all want to learn from a man, but at the same time, the man wants to learn from you too, because I'm sure as hell, you know, the women could teach the man a good thing or two. You know, same way. So
if you can't teach each other things, you're in the wrong relationship. If you
right.
guys aren't both bringing something to the table, if you guys aren't both teaching something, whether you're teaching him how to cook and he's teaching you how to get money, or you're teaching him how to sew and he's teaching you how to do, you know what I'm saying? Just like
Right.
you, like even women, like she said, as a feminist, I don't disagree with feminism. Women know how to get money, and it's more than just selling ass. And I believe that sometimes you do have strategies where it's like, okay, babe, I like your strategy, but listen to this and let me teach you this, and this might work a little bit better than what you got planned. And I don't feel like it should be like yes, your man should lead, but it shouldn't be one person say so. And I think that's also where a lot of people get things misconstrued when they say their man should lead. Yes, your man should lead, but he should also listen, because I was always taught that you have two ears and one mouth.
I've been told that myself. They're like, you're a good listener. I like that quality.
Yeah, men should always listen. A smart man listens, and a man that doesn't listen is not a intelligent man.
Hey, look, as a man,
like,
I'm gonna say this.
Like, you could learn some things from me, but like, I need my man to have enough wits to where I can trust him.
Look.
But
no facts.
Part of me being able to being submissive to you, like, you know what I mean. I can't trust you to steer the boat. I'm gonna be like, hold up, you need me to grab this motherfucker? Like, so like at some point, it's okay to learn. Y'all should balance each other out 100%. I learned this from you. You learn this from me. But like for me, I just need a man who like at least has like a little bit more. You know what I mean? I don't even know what to call it, honestly. But just more of something and experience in life to where I feel like I can trust him to lead us to where we need to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah,
I agree with that.
So with y'all three, right? So with that question, with that topic, what would y'all say your go-to man is? Like the man that has it all figured out, the man for you. Like, how would you describe the man for y'all?
I like a low-key man. I don't like a man that's too
I look married yet. Clearly, I don't know what the perfect man is. I'm going to just let God pick him for me, because clearly I pick him wrong. So I'm next.
Okay. No. We're on the right track. So where do you think you're picking wrong at?
I feel like I genuinely have I have a different type of love in today's day and age. And I think that I go wrong with thinking that people are gonna be me in the relationship. And I give men I give them, like, they have what is the word I'm looking for? They have
are they not masculine
enough? Oh my gosh,
or?
I cannot think of the word.
The game.
The potential. They'll always I'll see the potential in them. And then a lot of times they'll go hard. Like, you know what I mean? They'll put on this facade. I'll let them know everything I've been through it in the beginning. And I think that they kind of that as like a moat. Like, it's like they use it as like a blueprint. And they get me on the hook for like the first couple of months, and then I'll start seeing them, you know what I mean? Because you can never get past me too long. So I just think it's so exhausting to pretend, especially around me, because I pick up on energy. It has to be exhausting, because whole time I'm picking up on little stuff, but I'm still trying to figure out what's going on, if I'm tripping. But it's going to come out that I'm realizing that you're not who you pretend to be.
Exactly.
And I'm going to have that conversation with you about how now we need to take a step back, because, you know, I'm uncomfortable in this situation, and it always goes left from there. I try to be cool. I try to, you know, bow out gracefully, because I feel like, you know, we just found ourselves in something that doesn't work best. And then I'm always the bad guy. And I do not know how I end up being the bad guy when, you know, it's like, you kind of fooled me. Like, maybe I should have been quiet and not gave you the game of what the last one did, so you knew what to do right this time. But I can't be mad. It's always a learning lesson, you know. I just take it as a learning lesson. I move on, and I'm, you know, I just love the same. Like, I'm just a loving person. I can't let it make me bitter. I can't let it make me say the next person, I'm not going to trust you because he did this and that. Like, I have to give everybody that rope to show me who they are each time. And I think that I just, you know, I'm just going through the motions, really.
I got you. Illy, what about you? What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not dating anybody right now, but I also don't communicate the things that I like and I don't like in a man, because by nature, human beings can only be what they're not for 90 days. And I tell men all the time, you want to get to know a female between 3 to 6 months, because that's who at that point she's going to show you who you really are.
I believe that. That's actually a true fucking fact.
A lot of men, yes, You
Especially if
jump
y'all live
into it.
together and shit. Like you will definitely find
Live
out.
together. That's too early. Why would you live together before 3 or 6 months?
Hey, some people do that
Girl,
shit.
my
At
parents
once,
moved in
man.
2 weeks or 3 days after knowing each other, and they were married for 25 years.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
People
and
do that
it
shit
can
early sometimes,
possibly work,
They
but
just knew
we're in
that
a
they were
different
their
time.
person.
man. Go ahead, Illy. My fault. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. And so I don't ever give blueprints to what it is to be my person because
Mhm.
by nature, women, like when I ask women, what's the number one thing that you require a man to have? If a woman tells you your personality, I'm sorry, but she's lying to you. She doesn't care about your personality. She cares about your money. She cares about what you drive.
I was like, I guess.
And then your personality is last because we have women out here who will want to build a man. You cannot build a man. And a man can't turn around and tell that woman, "Oh, well, I like you natural. I don't want your lips done. Oh, I don't like that. Don't go get a BBL," because now he's an asshole. So make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. And then so I even deal with like women who have sex as an exchange. I'm sorry. It's a transaction. So you don't want that man to be attracted to you? So if the man expects sex on the first, second date, you don't want him to be
Wait,
attracted?
hold on. Are you saying sex is a transaction?
It is. Most definitely.
Why do you feel like it's a transaction?
Because we're still expecting men to pay for the whole day, right?
Okay.
I
see what you're saying.
don't
I
know
see what
about
you're
that
saying. I
because
see what
one
you're
thing
saying.
You know what
about
I mean?
if
You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying? I haven't
wait, so are
been
you
on
saying
it.
you should have sex on the first date?
I don't.
I
Yeah.
have
It's up
before.
to the
No,
person.
look,
You're an adult.
look. So I have before, but I'm gonna say this: there has never been a date where I didn't pay for the date. There
Right.
has never
You're
been
still
a
gonna
time
pay.
where the female has paid it, even if it was like the fifth date, the sixth date, whatever the fuck. The female has never paid for the date. It's always been me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And I've always felt like that's just, me being a man. Like if I'm a man, like I have to be able to
Right.
afford that and be able to take her on a date. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's
But
expected of you.
right.
And you
But
don't have a
then now
choice.
society says
He does
differently.
have
And
a
it's like,
choice.
I mean,
what I'm
he
saying,
does.
huh?
He has a
What?
choice to pay for the bill or not. He has a
No,
choice. He could
you're
be
right.
like,
The man does have a choice, but I'm saying most of the time
Right.
the man is always the one that pays.
Right.
What I'm
Yes.
saying. But nowadays society's kind of switching it up, trying to at least to where it's like, okay, you all had your third date, whatever the fuck. Maybe the female could pay for that. Kind of threw in that idea, but does it happen?
Wrong
I
with
don't
that
know.
though. But there's nothing wrong with that. I think I genuinely got
Nah,
confused the when you said the exchange about sex.
I got confused on that too. Like, what do you
me
like?
too, a little bit. I'm
I
confused
get
too.
what
Can
you
you
mean, like you
explain?
paying for the date, yeah, but not everybody is fucking on the first date.
I do
No,
not.
not everybody.
Especially if the female respects herself, she's not gonna fuck on the first
I
date.
don't even know that man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But what I'm
Well,
saying is
okay, so
that
if you know him first and then you guys go on a date, like
But my
I
thing
feel
is,
like it's different because
if it does happen, I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? Like if the vibe is there, well, you're grown. Like decide
it's the
what you
vibe.
want.
right.
Yeah,
But
it's the
I'm saying,
vibe.
but me
Thank you.
personally, I
Thank you.
understand that sex is a temptation. So regardless of if you're having that vibe for that one day, you don't know this man past that temptation and that vibe that you're feeling in that moment. So I don't act on it. And that's
Right.
just I come from it personally.
Like let me ask y'all this. Have y'all had sex after the first date?
Yeah.
Any of you?
A time in my life, yes.
Yeah.
because
I feel like
say
here's
no.
the thing, though.
you know what's crazy? Because I feel
But
like
when I
at
was
certain
young,
times
like
in girls and women's lives, like I'm not saying every woman because some women are more reserved than others, but I am saying like in certain times in women's life, we do kind of go a little sex crazy. And it's
So let
like
me ask you this though.
we're
Was it
trying
actually
to I feel like when you're young, you're trying to figure out what your sexuality is. You're trying to figure out yourself. And I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything
You're
wrong
right,
with
and I did it too. I'm
yeah,
guilty of
because
it.
you're
But I'm
it's
saying
part
this.
of growing up. It
But
is.
I'm gonna say this: did y'all enjoy it after the first date versus did
No,
you
I
enjoy
felt
it after
used. I'm not
several
gonna
other
lie.
dates?
I felt used. Like he
you
got
feel
something out of
you
me and I
forget
didn't
about
get something out of
you learn
him.
your lesson from it. You learn your
Exactly.
lesson from it
Because
because
it's
you're like,
Exactly.
it's a
like you know,
transaction.
like
That's what I mean by it.
I jumped the gun because to me, regardless, if this man really wants to get to know me and really cares about me and wants to get to know me, He'll take me on as many dates, and it doesn't have to be expensive dates. We could go to the park. We could plan a picnic. We could go painting. I like all those type of dates. I'm like, but you're gonna get to know me until I say it's time for us to take that next step.
Right.
And if you can't handle that and understand that and respect that as a man, that it's my say so and it's my body, and you don't have to spend your money just to get for, but we have to get to know each other. That's the bottom line.
So that's good that you say that. But I feel like what Illy was saying was that there's some females that don't care about that shit. They want you to take them on those most expensive. They want the man to take them on the most expensive dates. They want them to go to these restaurants that cost hella motherfucking money. You know what I'm saying? Like they want the man to spend money, and that's what Illy was trying to say.
Oh,
And
so
there's
they use their
also-
punani as like a transaction to get those expensive dates?
Right, like you got to spend money.
No,
to
that's
earn
not true
that
because
shit.
I've been on some expensive dates, and I'm not saying that's a requirement for me, but I've been on some expensive
shouldn't
dates.
be.
And listen, I'm going home. If I want to go home, I'm going home.
Yeah,
and that's really it.
I've done that before. But so my question is to the panel. So there are women out there, because I'm not gonna specify anybody because I learned my lesson. For example, I'm not a confrontational person, but I'm very logical.
Uh-huh.
As a mother, there are women out there that will literally hold on having sex, but you have kids, so you're pre-owned.
No.
You're pre-owned, and so you're not gonna give that man access to sex until he chooses.
Absolutely.
I've never heard that.
Pre-owned.
You're
Absolutely.
pre-owned.
Girl, I don't care if I got 2,000
Hey.
miles on this shit.
The average 23-year-old
when I want to give my punani to a man, I don't care what you heard about me around the city. If I said I don't want to give you the booty, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Is there a man's definition of pre-owned? Are men pre-owned? Do men who have kids, are they pre-owned to you in your eyes?
Men don't.
Oh shit!
As women.
No,
That's why we're all messed
why
up.
do you
disagree?
think that?
Men are
let me say
capable
something
of
real
doing
quick
what
because
they want to do.
But
because
why do you
this
think
is
wanna
the
hold
thing.
out for your
STDs
freedom?
travel through men
Oh,
just like
my
they travel
Lord.
through women, and we
Good
gotta get out
question.
that mentality
I
that men can
genuinely
sleep
have
with
a
whoever
question.
they want to,
So you
but
think
women
because
can't
the
because
woman has
that's how you get
Both
HIV,
of you guys are both
herpes,
talking.
syphilis, uncurables, and
I
that's
have
the
a
problem
question.
with
No, I
people.
genuinely
Dick
have a
is
question.
dirty too, just like coochie is
I
dirty. Y'all
genuinely
need to
have
stop
a
giving
question.
men that
The
standard.
whole notion of
Hold on, mine's clean. Don't play
very
me now.
But no, I'm saying like
Very
if
much
a
so,
woman's body count
Pre-owned
matters,
is
a man's body
distasteful
count should
and
matter too.
very
Because this
crazy.
is my
So
whole
you
thing.
define
Like
yourself
a
as
man's dick
equality
can
comes.
pass
So, Illy, are
STDs just like a
pre-owned?
woman, and actually through men.
Okay, hold on.
it's
There's
more
too much
dangerous
going on
because
now. Hold on.
I genuinely have questions. Do you consider yourself pre-owned since you have a daughter?
Well, yeah, I have to be an exception to the rule in order for a man to choose
Do
to
you
be
consider
my
yourself
provider
pre-owned so you
and
would
my
label
leader.
yourself pre-owned?
I'm trying to answer the question.
I just said
young or new.
not really, because I have more questions after this. So do you consider yourself pre-owned?
Most definitely.
Okay.
I don't. I have a baby, and I don't consider myself pre-owned. I'm brand new.
Follow-up question.
She makes it sound like a car.
I'm brand new, baby. Okay.
I really
New
have
car
a follow-up question,
Hey,
please.
look.
But that's
I
the
get what she's
mentality
saying.
that will
Please.
make
Hold on.
My follow-up
Hold on.
question
Hold
out.
on.
It
Hold on,
doesn't make
hold on.
sense. I just have to ask. I just have to ask.
No, I got you. I get what she's saying. So
Yeah, because
she's
you're a
not-
man. You
No,
get
no,
what I'm
she's
saying.
saying pre-owned.
Because I don't get
No,
it.
no,
I'm
no, no.
confused
She's
as
saying
It doesn't
pre-owned.
matter if I had sex at any point in my life. I can tell a man no. It's my body. Who are you to say that because I had a kid, I can't tell a man no?
I got you. No. I get
behind like we are. The fact that you even trying to define women who had a baby as pre-owned, nobody's pre-owned on this motherfucking podcast, but your pre-owned pussy ass. So please don't ever use that word to describe any woman who has laid down and almost gave their life to have a child. You need to have more respect for yourself and your fucking mother.
Crazy.
The fuck?
Hey, let's calm it down.
I never heard no shit like that a day in my
Illy, I
life.
got you.
But
Illy,
no, can I say something? Can I say something?
Hold on.
No.
Everybody, hold on. Illy, I get. Okay, I'm gonna explain what Illy's trying to say. She's not. Okay, Illy's not saying pre-owned as like a bad thing.
She said pre-owned and she meant it. Don't try to speak up and clear her words up if she don't feel better.
No, I got you. No, look. She meant pre-owned as like.
I don't give a fuck. Don't
pre-owned. Me and you are not a virgin anymore.
Who are you?
We're not ghetto.
Everybody, you know are pre-owned. You're pre-owned. Don't speak that negativity and don't bring those words into my atmosphere. The fact that you're even teaching women that is sick. You need to stop that.
Do you have a daughter
You
or a son?
literally disrespected me, and you're
I
speaking
don't give
to
a fuck.
women,
You
but I
just called me
haven't
pretty young. I
disrespected
don't care
you.
how you feel. You
I'm just trying
disrespected
to keep
yourself
shit
when you
cordial
got
over
on
here,
that
man.
podcast.
I don't know
You
what the
thought that
fuck.
that was okay.
You
So
got
I
a group
don't
of
care how
spicy
you
girls.
feel.
I don't know if
I
this
don't
is
care
gonna
how
stay
you
cordial.
Yeah,
feel.
for
I don't
real.
care how you feel.
For real.
You chose
Somebody who
a
thinks of
horrible
themselves as
I have a
individual
young
who
can
question.
never,
has
I
no
never
have a
feel
logic
bad
question.
about
or
disrespecting
I have a
self-awareness.
question.
I don't care. You don't have
I have a
respect for
question.
yourself. Why would I respect you?
Hey, hold on.
Illy, do
Jhordan
you
got
have a
something to
daughter
say.
or a son?
Okay, so to clear the pre-owned, I will answer your question, but I think I know what you're trying to say, Gonzo. What I meant by that is because some of us lack emotional intelligence.
That's not what I meant.
Right. I know that's not what you meant.
That's not what I meant.
Single moms need to be the exception to the rule for a certain type of man to choose that individual. I'm not saying that because you have kids, you are a horrible person, or that you're not valued, or that you shouldn't value yourself, or that you shouldn't have a choice to say yes, no. And yes, women by nature allow access to sex, how men allow access to relationships and marriage. Okay, so if I had the ability to finish my statement and not been sabotaged and disrespected because you're teaching your seed how to act. So yes, I am a mother. I happen to have 3 girls and 1 boy. I become an exception to the rule because a woman becomes an exception to the rule for a single man with no kids to date her because of her mentality, the way she carries herself, the way she speaks, and the way she speaks to others. That's why we see certain men of high standards with money or no money choosing to be a stepfather because they're not just choosing that woman because of her body. He's choosing her because he sees that she is logically there and capable of being more than just a single mother. He values her that much more.
Can I say something really quick?
Go
Can
ahead.
I say something really quick? Because
ahead.
okay, and this is what she's saying when you say you have to learn how to word things, because you being a mother of 3 girls, to tell them that they're pre-owned because they have a baby, that's hurtful. Like, as a woman, that sounds like
Because that's
we're not
taken
working.
personal.
But
And
no,
now-
when you
yeah.
say it, but wait, when you say it like that, it's like you're saying it as in it's a bad thing. And pre-owned sounds horrible.
Wait,
Like
okay.
it sounds bad when you're talking about
Yeah,
a woman,
like, the
a
way-
person.
The
Like,
way
we're
you
not
said it
owned
made
by
it seem
anybody
like,
but us. I don't know about anybody else on this podcast, but I'm not owned anybody by anybody
yeah.
but God.
So
God is the
so
only person that owns
so
only
the way
only
the
the
way you
only
said
person that
it,
owns me.
One.
And that's why
Just
when you
one.
say, but that's why when you say pre-owned, it's like, hold on. Cause did she just say that I'm basically
yeah,
like, I felt like you
it's
was
shit.
low-key
Hey,
calling
look,
me a hoe, like a streetwalker. I low-key felt like that when
yeah,
you
it's
said
the way you
pre-owned.
said
Because
it.
as a mother, I still respect myself, and I only give certain people access to
It
me.
would-
And I don't. If I say I don't
had
want a
one
man,
baby. I'm sorry. I had 1 kid. I'm sorry.
yeah,
If
and I
you
have a
make
daughter, and I
multiple
would
mistakes,
never in her
that's
days.
on
I don't
you.
care how
Then
many
you
men
can
she
talk about
sleep
that
with.
pre-owned
Whoa.
shit. But I made 1
Yeah,
mistake.
but
I
that's
learned
my
from it.
thing.
I'm
Like,
not
as a
pre-owned at
woman,
all.
that's what I was saying earlier. As a woman, we
Vana,
put
you funny
standards
hell.
on ourselves, and we
I don't
allow
play
men to put
that.
standards on us
I
as
fuck
far
with you,
as like,
Vana. You
I
cool.
fuck
as
with
far
you
as
too.
the
Thank
men
you.
or the amount of people that we sleep with or us having kids. But this is my thing. Do you put that same label on a man with 4 kids?
No, she
No,
don't.
because he's a man.
And she doesn't.
No,
You hear
but
her?
but this, hold on, Vanna, wait, let me ask her this question now.
Get
So
her, girl.
if this man got 4 kids, that means he's fucking without a rubber, right? So
Yeah.
what if he
So
brings
you
you
shouldn't choose him.
HIV, syphilis, herpes,
So you
whatever?
shouldn't
Because
choose him. So as a
Huh?
woman, you should be mentally there to see his situation and be able to say, he has 4 kids, 3-4 different baby moms.
Alright, so
He's not wrapping it up. So
But you just said it does just a different
choose.
standard because he's a man. So now you're putting that same standard that you put on
all right,
women
hold
on a man.
hold on. So it was the way, okay, Illy, it was the way you worded it, pre-owned.
I
That's what
understand.
got the.
But
That's
no,
what
she
got
even
them
said, but
hype.
this is my thing,
Which I
Gonzo.
enjoy.
Gonzo, no, because she even said herself, no, because he's the man. If I asked her specifically, if he had 4 kids, would you call him pre-owned? She said no, because he's the man. So therefore, no, she meant
That
exactly
is
what she said.
no.
If-
Look, that's pre-owned as fuck. If the dude has 4 kids, that means
Thank
guess
you.
what? he fucked as well.
But we're all
Thank
entitled
you.
to our
Okay.
opinion, and I'm not even being mean to any of
I got
you.
you.
I'm not being
But
mean to you.
yet,
I'm asking
you
you
guys felt
questions.
entitled to
I
disrespect
got
me,
you.
call me
Who
names.
disrespected
You
you?
tried to label me
You
as
did.
because
He
I
called
I
me
didn't
a...
disrespect you.
I didn't disrespect
Basically,
you
a
at
hija de
all.
su puta
You
madre.
laced you
Y
up.
aquí yo no estoy
You
diciéndole
on my
nada a
foot,
estas
so I
hijas de
laced
su
that
Can you
puta
speak
motherfucker up.
English?
madre.
Because if you
Yeah.
have something to say to us, say it.
You
Be
kinda
real.
did,
Hold on,
man.
Vanna. Wait, hold on. Everybody be quiet real quick because I
Yo no
really
voy a
want to
estar
know what you
aquí
said in Spanish. I
hablando
really want to
mierda.
know because you're not finna be speaking on me in Spanish. We on a podcast together. If you have something to say, baby,
I'm
speak
not
up.
speaking, but I'm not being rude to
I
any
could
of you.
translate.
But no, I'm not being rude to you either. But when you start speaking Spanish and it's like, what did you say?
Basically, what she called me.
Okay, but this is my thing. You called us pre-owned.
Did I call you anything that
I didn't call you.
You called us pre-owned.
This
That's
is what women
disrespectful as
take it
fuck.
so
If you say that you
personal.
didn't disrespect anybody, you
You
did
took it
though.
personal.
You disrespected us as
I
fuck
took it
because you
personal
called us
because you
pre-owned as
said
a mother. We're not
any
Why are
woman
you
pre-owned,
who
we're
so
has a
mothers.
bothered?
kid
Calm
is
down.
pre-owned.
We're
You
mothers.
said that any woman
I
who has
am
a kid is
too.
pre-owned.
Okay,
And
but we're not
let me
pre-owned,
go
we're
So-
right
me
mothers.
the
after
shoe.
her.
I laced
No,
it
hold
up
on,
and I put it on. What do you mean?
So Illy, what you
Love
what
it.
you're
She
saying
knows what
is
she meant and
Bothered.
she doesn't
What-
feel bad about it.
It's
She
funny
sat
as
here and
fuck.
tried to tell us
Okay,
that
hold on,
as
hold on.
women, she doesn't feel bad. She sat here and tried to tell us that as women, because we had kids prior in a relationship, we're not entitled to tell a man that we don't want to have sex with
I
them
didn't
and it's
say
not
that.
our body. You did say that.
You
though.
did say
You
that.
did say that.
You
though.
did
So
say
she
that.
doesn't feel
Did you
bad.
say that?
But did
But
you guys
You did
this is
say
my
that.
thing.
pay attention
Sis
to
Jordan,
what I
this is
said
my
about
thing.
being
We were pre-conversation
exception
before
to
you
the
got
rule?
on here, and you kind of, you know what I mean? You didn't hear the front word of the conversation, and she kind of brushed me the wrong way initially when she said that women were the reason for most of failed marriages. I already knew what type of
statistics show
bad
that
was going to give me,
70% of
but I
women
tried to give you the
initiate
benefit
divorce.
of the doubt.
Those
Yeah,
and
because
actual
they're
you got
getting
on here
cheated
and
on.
pissed me
Because
the
they're
fuck
getting
off.
done dirty. They're
I'm
getting
about to look.
beat
Hold
on.
on, I'm about to
Come
look
on
that up
now.
right now.
Let's put logic to the situations. If we're gonna talk about logical, be logical, Illy. I love you.
Have you ever
I
been a
loved you when I
mistress?
first got on,
And
but
then
I'm about to
the
look
you
that
have
up
thing
right
one
now.
baby
is
dad
illogical, and I
Do you
just
have
cannot
multiple
sit here
children's
and
fathers,
listen to
Illy?
you talk because as a woman, I could tell that you did not have a good
How
relationship
many
with your
kids'
mama.
dads do you
Because
have?
there is no way that you
Hey,
carry yourself like
man.
that as a
Do
woman
you have the
and
same
you
kids'
speak like
dad?
that to other women and you speak like that to yourself as a woman and you
Do
had
you
a
have
good
the same kids'
relationship with your
dad?
mom. Because as someone who had a good relationship with their mom, my mom only spoke life into me. She made sure that can't no
Thank
man
you.
ever make me
Thank
feel
you.
less than.
That's
Can't
all
no
I
man
believe
ever
in is
tell me
speaking
when
life
I
into
should get my body up.
Hold
Can't
on.
no
Based
man
off
ever tell
this,
me how to
though.
feel. Can't no man ever say nothing to me to make me feel
Okay,
less
hold
than.
on,
I don't
hold
care
on.
if I got a baby
Hold
now.
on. Hold on. I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm not on any one side. I fuck with
Yeah,
y'all.
me neither.
Vana, I fuck with your fire. You funny as hell. You bring
Yeah,
the shit
you
to
are.
the
I'm
You
top,
passionate
man.
hilarious.
about
I
women.
fuck with
I
it. You know
love
what I'm
women.
saying?
I do this every day for my daughter. I
If
do
you
But
love
this for
women,
my
you wouldn't
my
disrespect
So
me.
Illy, okay, hold on.
because I know
So
what we go through.
I got you. So Illy was saying
Victim.
70% of women initiate divorces. Now I just looked it up.
Did it go higher?
Statistics who initiate divorces. This shit says women started almost 69% of all divorces among about 2,000 surveyed couples, and it says that shit right there.
Okay, what's the reason
Now,
why?
that is just-
But that
I don't know if that's
has nothing
true.
to do with
What's
I
the
don't
reason
think you're
why
ever
though?
gonna get
Let's talk
anywhere. You
about
guys
the
have
reason
been
why
great.
though. Let's talk about
You
the
guys have been
why. Because that's the real
amazing.
answer. Why
I
are they
can't
initiating
be on a
divorce?
panel where
Why
there are
are they
not
Okay,
asking to divorce a
yeah.
man that they so
intellectual.
desperately prayed for? Because
So
as
why
women,
do you think women are initiating these divorces? Let's
I'll
start
answer that
with-
right now. I'll answer that right now.
This
Because
is an
one,
emotional answer.
because
not
men
logical.
feel like absolutely not. Why? Because men feel like they could have their cake and eat it too.
They
Two,
should.
niggas think that they could just girl, I cannot speak to this because I'm about to get disrespectful.
I thought this was
I'm
going
trying to hold my
I know.
tongue, Illy, but
I
I'm about to
know.
get disrespectful because bitch, you sound dumb than a motherfucker. I
Don't
wish the fuck a
don't
nigga
call me a
would.
bitch.
On
'Cause
you
I'm
know
not
what?
disrespecting
Girl,
you,
bitch,
mija.
bitch.
Okay, puta.
Bitch, you
Y'all,
sound dumb than a motherfucker, and I
y'all.
can't. You called yourself logical? What, girl? You did not grow up with a mama. There's no
Mother, you
motherfucking
supposed
way
to
you
be
grew up
the-
with a mom. There's no motherfucking way. You about to piss me off, girl. It's getting hot in here.
I
I'm
love
anemic
it.
and I'm
I
hot
love
than a
that you guys
motherfucker
are
right now.
mad.
You got
This
me.
is
Yeah, you
amazing.
just sound
Wait,
dumb.
let me say something.
That's
I'm
what
not
you're
mad.
saying.
You was dumb.
That's
I'm
what
not
it is.
mad.
Listen,
I'm not mad.
hold on.
I'm the
Time
You
out
are.
because
woman to
I've
have
been
this
feeling like
wanna
I've been
talk to
real
you.
quiet
I
this whole
really
time
want
because
to talk
no
to
wait.
you.
Because
I
for
wish I
somebody
could
who
answer
calls
questions.
themselves
I'm not
logical,
mad.
for
I'm not
somebody
mad.
who's but
You have
Vana,
three
Oh, they're
listen.
kids.
very
Do you have all the same baby's dad, Illy?
Yeah.
She has 4 kids.
Thank God.
4. She got 3 girls and 1 boy.
You got some damn nerve.
She's pre-owned,
That's
not
all I'ma
us, baby.
say.
She's pre-owned by probably 4 different baby daddies because she
Girl,
felt like it's
yeah.
okay to give it up on every
Baby
motherfucking
said
first
done
date.
breeded you the fuck
She's
out, and you
pre-owned,
want to
not
sit here
us,
and try to
bitch.
say we
I
pre-owned.
love that
Girl,
you both
bye.
that
Ain't
you
nobody
both preach
pre-owned. You
being
pre-owned.
mothers and that you both preach being
Oh,
about
girl, you shouldn't
women.
have
I
got on here and
love
tried to
that you preach
disrespect
being
women.
logical,
But
but you the
you
dumbest
guys are
motherfucker on this
acting
podcast. I love that.
exactly what
I love that.
society
I love
says
that.
that
I
you
love
two
that.
are.
Hopefully, you
I
give your
love
daughters
that.
the backbone that
I
you
love
don't
it.
I
have
don't
in
know where the
life.
fuck this girl got her
Hopefully, you give your
logic
daughters
from.
the
I
backbone you
can't
don't
find
have
no
in life.
logic within
'Cause,
hers.
girl, you're delusional. You're
I love
delusional.
it.
For real.
Delulu as
Love
fuck.
it. Good. I
As
love
fuck.
it
She's
too.
trying to get the
You
worst
wanna
of the
sit
worst
here and play
because
the
she does
calm
not
girl like
value
I'm
herself
mad. I
as a
don't give
woman,
a
a
fuck
mother,
either.
and her
I
daughters
don't
are
give a
gonna
fuck
follow in her
either.
footsteps
But you're
because she does not
crazy.
value herself. That
You're
shit
crazy
pisses
as
me
hell.
off. Just because
Facts.
you don't
Lay
value
down,
yourself,
ass
do
bitch.
not put that value on other
Lay
people.
down, ass bitch.
That's
She's the
real.
pick me girl.
That's
I'll
real.
get up at 3 in the morning and wash your fucking clothes and cook you a roast and
That's
mashed
what you're
potatoes
supposed to
and
do.
suck your
That's
dick,
your
and the nigga
role.
will still cheat on you. He'll still leave you. You're still single, but you got so much advice for women who need to be in a relationship.
Man,
Where's
you
it
got
getting
4
you?
kids, my
Where's it
guy,
getting
and I'm
her?
not even trying to
Where's
knock
it
you, but
getting
you're
her?
trying to get
Where's it
relationship
getting
advice,
her?
and you got
Where's
4
it getting
kids.
her? Where's it
And
Wait,
no,
getting
who?
you?
and you just
You
say you're
look
not in a
ridiculous.
relationship. I'm not even trying
Where's
to
it
knock you. I was
getting
trying to
you?
be on, and
Wait,
everybody
who?
can attest on this podcast. I was trying to be on your side at first, girl. I was
I
trying to
wasn't
help
on
you.
anybody's
But now
side.
that I think about,
You're
like, now
clearly
that
not
you
on
keep
women's
on
side.
talking, but hold on, Vanna, because she
Look
called
at how
herself
you're both
logical,
acting.
and
How
I'm
can
trying to see
I?
where the fuck the logic is at.
How am
Because
I acting?
the math is not mathing right now.
Ratchet,
Because
ghetto,
just
How am I
like
because you
society
feel
plants
less
you to
value,
be,
you feel the
Passionate?
need to
like the
put your
typical
value on
black
Passionate?
other
woman.
women. That's
How am
crazy
I
to
acting?
me.
Passionate?
That's
The
What?
crazy
typical
to me.
woman.
Girl, I feel so
What?
bad for you. Your
I
daughters
can
ain't
be
Me
gonna
on
too.
fucking
I
women,
hit
and
feel
that
that's
bad
because
what's
for
you're
the
you
gonna
as
go
problem.
buy
well.
go
You don't
after the
even
worst
know
of
what
the
a
worst
woman
fucking
is.
women.
You
Your
can't. You
son
don't
gonna
even
have
know
the
what a
Next
worst
woman
time you
is.
invite
listen,
me to
You
a
your
need to
son
know
panel,
gonna
what a
I
have the
woman
hope
type
is,
of
that
bitch
but
you
you
that's
want to
gonna
sit
come
here
actually
and
home and
define
beat
a
your
woman
appreciate
on
ass.
this
who you
live for
have
Your
me.
son
been.
gonna have the
I
type of bitch that's
Because
appreciate
gonna
you're
you
come home and
having
beat your
me.
ass
ugly.
just because you're teaching
I'm
him to
gonna
not
go
value
ahead
a
and
woman
remove
or get a
myself
woman that
That's
doesn't
what's
even
because
best
value
for
her
you.
fucking
Bye,
self.
this isn't what
Illy.
I was
Have a
looking
great
for.
night.
I
Thanks
don't
I
for
don't know
I
tuning
where the
don't
in.
fuck
do
Gonzo,
ghetto.
can you
Wait,
find the logic?
I
Can you
don't
find the
do
logic?
Don't try
I
to
don't
sign
do
off and say
ghetto.
no
Can you find
corny
the
shit.
logic?
Don't try to
wait,
sign off
hold
and
on,
say no
hold on.
corny shit.
Can you
Stand
find the
on it
logic?
and be
Can
on the
somebody
live,
find the logic?
or just back.
I'm real.
Don't try to sign off and say no lame ass shit. Stand on it and be on the
This
live,
is
or
why
stay or
society hates
back.
you.
Don't try to sign off and
Hate
say no
who?
lame ass shit. Stand on it
You.
and be on the live, or get
Who?
off.
Bitch, say
Back.
something. Oh, hold
The
on. We
kind
need
of
to
women,
clarify
Don't
right
even
the
now.
get
kind
mad.
of
It's
We
women
need
not
to
that
even
are
clarify
worth
right
wow.
now
it.
what you mean by
Don't
that.
Illy,
get
You need
no,
to
mad.
Illy,
clarify
don't
Don't
right
get
say
now
mad.
what
that.
It's
you mean
not
by that
worth
before I
it.
talk the shit out you.
It's
This
not
is
worth
why
it.
Please, I don't play.
this is why
She's
when we
fighting
act
her
like
own
this as
battle
women, we're
in
not
real life.
wanted.
Don't get
No,
mad
you're
at her.
not wanted, bitch. I'm
Don't get
wanted. What
mad
do you
at her.
mean?
Who's not
You're not
wanted?
You
wanted, bitch.
wanted
I'm
and
wanted.
valued
If
Come
are
you
on
look
two
at
now,
my
different
girl.
DM,
Who's
if you
not
things.
look at
wanted?
my
Did you
phone,
check
if
my
you look at my
credentials?
life, I'm wanted as fuck.
Gonzo, did
You're
she
not
check my
wanted because you
credentials?
don't
Did she
Wanted
even
know
and
who
value
I
valued
am,
are
yourself,
baby?
bitch.
two
Can't
I
different
nobody
can't,
things.
put
I
Did she
value
pull
on that
up?
can't.
motherfucking
Did she look me up? She
baby.
said I
At this
wasn't
point, they
wanted.
selling you on
She
rollback.
wasn't. She said
Stop
I
fucking
wasn't wanted.
playing.
I could be in a town
The
near
three
you
of
looking
us
for
could
your
be
baby
very
friend.
honest
Fuck
You're
is you
on
talking
rollback,
about?
bitch. You
on
can't
a
even speak.
daily basis.
You can't even
I'll
Very
speak
be in
no
a
more,
town
bitch.
near
honest.
One more
you,
than put you on
begging all
I
your
rollback, bitch,
don't
favorite
because
niggas. Fuck is you
you're
talking about?
pre-owned.
All
You're
right,
pre-owned.
I
You're
don't
on rollback
think
right
that
now. You're
women
It's
are
all
pre-owned.
honest on a
love.
daily
It's all love.
basis.
I'm really having fun. Facts. I love stuff like this. Cause you
No, her
trash.
fucking
no,
logic.
this shit
I'm not
is
gonna
You
lie.
fun.
tried
I'm
it.
not
Look,
gonna lie.
You tried it.
hey, this
I
shit is
cannot talk to
fun.
people who
You
don't have
tried
common
it.
sense.
Not
That should
around
be
here.
just
Hey,
You
all right,
tried
look,
it.
look. This fun as fuck. I'm gonna say that, but
I
let's
know.
find
Thank you
common ground
guys.
here. Let's not
You guys
just
have been
fucking.
awesome.
no,
Let's
because
not.
this bitch dumb. And what
I'm
she
not
mean by
even
that That's why
I
people
do
don't want you, desire me. Bitch, what you
Jhordan,
mean by
don't
that?
get mad.
I do-
What you
want
mean
to
by
be
that? Because one
as
thing
a
about me,
woman,
bitch, is
that's
I get
don't
active. What you
mad.
mean by that? Because that felt like a color thing, low key.
You Jhordan,
My
don't
daughters
get
are black.
mad.
Don't do
even
that.
bring
Don't
that
call
up.
Hey,
it
for
race
me,
color.
I don't. That's the first thing
Don't
white
do
people
that.
always want to say. My daughters are black. My baby daddy is black.
Don't
My this is
stop,
black. I have black in
y'all.
my family. Bitch,
Keep
shut
it
the fuck up. You're not
You
black.
took it personal, and that's not
And
what
I
I
do,
said.
y'all.
I
Is she
do,
talking to
I
me?
do,
And
because
that's why
dumb
you
bitches like
become
you
a
is the reason why
victim.
niggas don't value women. Dumb bitches like
Nobody
you
said
is the
Because
that.
you guys
reason why
act like
people
I
that.
love
have
black
people
Because
being
women.
women
toxic.
act like that.
You're
When we
dumb.
act
Because
like
You're
women
that,
get on
dumb.
we're not
podcasts
dumb.
valued.
comfortably.
You're
It's because
dumb.
women get on podcasts comfortably and think they can speak like you and think bitches like me won't call them the fuck out. That's
Now,
why
Vanna,
niggas get away
talk
with
about
shit.
a
Who are you
motherfucking pick
talking
me,
to?
bitch.
Get
Talk about
real.
a pick me, Vanna.
You
Talk
better
about a
help
pick
your
me.
daughters grow
Talk
up
about a pick
watching a
That's
bitch
a
like
pick
me.
me, bitch. She's hoping
Otherwise,
that
they gonna
somebody
be 3
sees
kids
this.
in just
She's
like
hoping that a
you.
nigga sees this and wants her after this. That's what she's hoping.
Yeah.
She
Come
hopes
on
she
now.
sees a nigga
Come on
sees
now.
this and
She
be
need to
like,
check
oh, I
in
want to
with
wipe
me.
her. Bitch, don't
She
nobody
need
want
to
to
get
wipe you. You're
therapy from
pre-owned
me.
with 4 kids.
You need
Probably
to get
3 baby
therapy from
daddies.
me.
Come on now,
I'll
sit the
teach
fuck
you how to
down.
love yourself for real, Illy. For real. You need to come
If
come
you
in with me. I'll
love
teach you how to
yourself,
love
you
yourself.
You
wouldn't
don't
I'll
even
show
love
you how to
yourself.
love
You
yourself.
can't tell me how to
Just
love
tap it out,
myself, bitch.
baby.
Shut up.
I'll show you real feminine love and energy. I'll show you how to love all on yourself. You don't gotta act like that. You don't gotta hate yourself, beautiful. Don't do that. Love women, uplift them. Don't do that, baby. Come on now.
If we were about
Look, you done
uplifting
pissed her
women,
off.
though, if we were about uplifting women, and
You
if we
wouldn't
can
have got
just
on here
take
and
a
tried to
moment
Girl,
about
you don't
uplifting
uplift women. You
women,
can't tell
you
us to
wouldn't act
uplift
the way
women.
that
You
way.
put women down. You make women
Girl,
feel
get out
less
of
than
here.
what the
We ain't
fuck
about
they're
to try
worth.
to have
No,
this
You
you
cannot tell
both
me
feel
how
that
to
way.
value myself when you don't even see value when you look in the fucking mirror. You cannot tell
Exactly.
me how to value
He
myself
does
when you
not.
don't see value
So,
within yourself.
He does
Baby,
I
not.
your
value
smile is
myself
beautiful and you don't even
accordingly.
value that. Your face is beautiful and you don't even value that. You have a beautiful spirit and you don't even value that. That's
And
what
I
the
Well,
fuck
value
I'm
it
Gonzo,
by
saying. You
not
Gonzo
cannot tell
told
acting
me
me
the
that
way
she
about
you
don't even
both
value.
have
You
the
are.
right
cannot
to
tell me
tell a
how to
man no to
uplift
sex just
another
because she
woman
had
when
kids
you don't even
before.
uplift your fucking
Aw.
self. You don't even
Poor
look in
girl
the
don't
mirror
even
and
think she
smile
got a
at
right to tell
yourself.
a man no just because she had kids before.
Man,
Aw.
you
I
feel
knew
the
you
I
need
guys
bet
to
you
were
keep
ain't
gonna
a
be
nigga
capable
with
triggered
now.
again.
pussy. That's
I would
how
be
you try to keep a
terrified today
nigga.
if
You
I was
try to keep
scared
a
to tell a
nigga with
man no for
babies.
sex.
You try to keep a
What?
nigga with pussy. And that's why you're single right now. You try to keep a nigga with pussy. That's why. Because you give it up on the first date and you think that that's going to keep a nigga.
No.
It's not. Because
bad.
pussy's
Meanwhile, they on
everywhere.
date number 5. They on date number
Man.
5
Right.
over
And
here
So
with
if
me
still
and
pussy's
Sean
hoping
getting that
and
head.
still
everywhere,
praying and still asking
They
when,
still
so
loving
when.
me on date number 5 and they
Man.
doing it to
so
you
if
Come
on
on
date number
now.
1.
are you guys ever gonna let anybody else speak?
No, because every time you talk, you piss me off.
So so if pussy's everywhere, why would a man choose a woman who's not playing her role that she's supposed to play? If pussy is
Girl, didn't nobody
everywhere,
say we wasn't playing
that
our role? We're
means
just not
I
fucking
that
don't
niggas on
this
the
think
first
that.
man
date.
has
I
access
think
to
can
pussy.
we just state that I'm
So
single
he's
by
going
choice?
to have to
Right.
find
Can
a
we just
woman
state
that's
that on the record
exceptional to
that
the
Vana
rule
Vana
Did
to
I
J on
be
choose
this
able
that?
to
podcast is
wipe
single by
her because
choice.
there's
I had
I'm
no
pussy
single
idea
by
she
everywhere.
did
Come on
choice.
that.
now.
I didn't want to be with my baby's dad by choice. I chose to leave. Can we
Girl.
put
And
it on
that's
the
Good
can
great
we
one.
put
for
it on the
you.
record
He
that
was
I
probably
chose
the
Girl.
wrong
by
type of
choice
man for
and I
you,
went
I
and
chose
you
through
a
the
good
chose
right
one.
to
wait,
Thank
level
you. I
up.
said I don't want
Illy,
that
the
No,
nigga,
problem
not the
is
other way
I'm not
around.
afraid. You probably got left. I left.
hold on.
You probably
I
get left.
chose a good
I
one.
leave. You get left. I leave. There's a
Gonzo,
difference
what kind of
between
women
women
you
like me and
like?
you. You get
What
ran
kind of women
over.
you like,
I drive
Gonzo?
over niggas.
Shit,
We're
I
not the same. You
diversify. I love
understand?
all types of women.
I
But
know
no,
we're not the
But what's your
same.
type? Like, what's your
You're
type
not.
personality
So
wise?
don't sit here and
What
try
do
to
you
sit
look
here and
for in a woman?
devalue women in my
What do you
face
look
and
for in
it
a woman?
seem
What's
like
your
we're the
moral?
problem.
Thank
I'm
you,
a
love.
real. I think the way you both are holding your ground, I fuck with that. I think a woman who can hold her ground, like first off, a woman who has personality and can hold her ground, I fuck with. The
Girl,
looks
I'm
is just
hot too. I'm anemic and I'm
I
over
ain't
here
never
hey,
been
sweating like
hey,
a
hey,
motherfucker.
hey, hey. The looks is just a bonus, but if she
That
has
part.
that personality and she can hold her ground when she needs to, that's a woman for me.
I always say that looks attract you to someone, but that personality, that mindset keeps you with that person.
Exactly.
If they don't have that
Exactly.
mindset, if they don't have that personality, they are only gonna last a week. I promise,
Actually,
because
somebody's
looks get
character
tiring
different.
fast.
I'm highly
Exactly.
loved. I'm highly loved, highly favored.
So I
Listen,
don't.
I'm
I don't.
valued
Sounds
over
they
here.
both have
I'm a
2,000
valued
on the
woman over
EBT
here. I'm a
cards.
And a
valued
great
woman over
motherfucking
here.
mother.
Let that
I
go
must
on the
add on
record
that. A
speaking.
great
So Illy,
mom.
all
A
the
great
advice you got,
mother.
baby, it's clearly not needed over here because I'm valued. Me and my daughter are good. I'm raising
My
a young
daughter 9,
queen. A young queen. Do you hear that? A young queen. You
who's
should learn something from
who's learning to act this way.
Girl, you're
what
talking
So
way?
about
you will
acting.
be
You're
When a
okay
talking
bitch
for
about
like
your
you
you're
interviews
daughter.
telling
us,
your daughter it's okay to fuck on the first night.
Oh,
yeah,
You're telling your
I'm
Lordy.
gonna
daughter
teach
it's
my
okay to
daughter
give
that
up
when
her
a
body
dumb
on
You
the
bitch
first
have
speaks,
to
night.
be
you switch
Shut
them Latin
responsible.
every time.
down. Shut
So
up.
as parents, we
You're
teach
telling your
our
daughter
sons
that it's
to
okay to
be
give up her
different,
Can she
ass on
go?
the
to be
Can
first
she
night,
go
different
even
from
if
write a
she
what
book
we
on
doesn't want
are.
to.
parenting? Can she
So
go
you're
write a book
going
on
to teach
parenting and
your
get off this
child to
podcast?
You're
She
choose
clearly
teaching
got
your
her
a
shit
daughters how
better
to
together.
be
She
person
gotta
hoes.
than
go
her
That's
talk
what
to
you're
father.
Dr.
teaching them.
Phil,
You're
and she
teaching
gotta
them
go
how to
call
be hoes.
Ellen,
Do
and she She gotta go talk to Dr. Phil, and she gotta do all of that shit. She gotta go zen in the yard and all of that shit. Go tell her to go write her book with Dr. Pickles and all of that shit. Because she got parental advice to give. She need to get out of here. Come on now. Well, this is for real
Dr.
bitches only.
Man, I'm
When
trying to figure out
women attack other
find her at?
women
Where
on
you find
things
her
that
at?
don't matter,
It's time
it
for her to
shows
go.
Where did you
character.
find her at?
It's
You
time
need
for her
to
to
not.
go.
nothing
You need
else
to not
to
live
say.
there
There are
again.
no
It's time for her
facts
to
to
go.
what you're saying.
But hey,
There's
Vana
no
funny.
logic to what
Dr.
you're
I
saying.
don't
The
care.
only thing that you can go on is
I
to
don't care.
call me a
I'm
bitch,
a real bitch in real
call
life.
me
We're gonna
names,
talk
My
about
thing
this
and if
is,
you
podcast.
were an
My
actual
life is
Illy,
person
ain't
lit
nobody
in
listening to
real
you,
who
girl.
life.
can
Girl, you didn't
see,
I'm
lost
gonna
all of
sign off
us.
this
who
podcast and have
believed
my
in
way in
people,
real
you
You
life.
lost
wouldn't
it.
be
I'm gonna
treating
have
Anyway,
my way
another
in real
Gonzo,
human
life.
being
what's
the
the
way that
deal?
you
In
are.
real
I'm not
life.
gonna play with
In
this
real
girl.
life.
Where
You
did you
got bigger
find this girl
issues.
at?
You got bigger issues.
What
You
the
got bigger
fuck? That is
issues.
a
Instagram.
Your
trans
Like
definition
what?
man.
of a woman
That's
and
a
my
Instagram.
married
definition of a
man.
woman are
That's
not
a
the
It's
man
on
in
same.
that
Instagram.
motherfucking body. There's no way a woman is speaking like that to
Follow
other
me,
women.
Vana
There's no
baby.
But
fucking
Vana
she's
way.
speaking
There
_.
to
got to be
me
a
Follow
dick
in
down
the
me.
there.
manner
There
that
got to
she's
be, or used to be.
speaking
There's no fucking
to
way.
me.
Them 4 kids are
All right,
yours, but they didn't come out your body. I'm gonna say that you're a trans fucking
all right,
man because
so
there
my
ain't no
thing
way
is,
that a woman is speaking to us
all
like
right,
that.
look,
Ain't no
And
fucking
yet
way.
earlier you were
Ain't no
saying
fucking way.
Everybody
There's
calm down.
no fucking way.
Hey, everybody, look. Everybody has
I
their
told my
different
family to
beliefs. I get it. No,
not
look.
go get like this.
Vana, you know I fuck
But
with you.
it's
know
like
it.
when you say, my thing
Look.
is when you say you're logical and then you say everything that comes out your mouth is illogical and dumb as fuck. I'm
because
sorry, it
that's
pisses
what
me
you
off
That's
do.
because
what
clearly you
So
don't know
look,
the word of logical.
I get it. No, I get it. Everybody has their different beliefs and shit like that. She has her beliefs. You guys have yours.
But then you
You know
trying
what
to
I'm
tell me
saying?
how to value
Look,
myself and you don't even value yourself. That's where I
Value
get
the
pissed
way
off.
you want to
you're
value
right.
yourself.
Shouldn't
That has
happen.
nothing to do with me.
Girl,
Value
it has everything to
yourself,
do with you.
carry
You're the
yourself as a
problem.
mother and
Women
as a
like you are
person
the
the way you
motherfucking
I'm gonna
want
say
to.
this.
problem.
Look, I'm
What
gonna say
works
this.
for you,
Illy,
do it. What
You
works
are
for
the
me, I
problem.
do it.
I might get
And I'm
loud,
not
but guess
out here
what? I value
disrespecting the both
myself.
of you
I
like
might
you
get
both
loud and I
did.
this
might
guy
cuss
beat
and
And
it.
I
I
feel
might
Look,
go
sorry
talk
for
over
you that
everybody,
you
but
both
guess what,
act
bitch?
like that.
I'm not giving up pussy
huh?
on the first date if I don't want
Great,
to.
then don't give it to him.
Girl,
That's
you
your
are telling your
choice.
daughters that it's okay if a man pays for the bill, you're liable to give up pussy. That's what you're telling your daughters. You're teaching them to be hoes.
That's what you understood.
Shaking my motherfucking head.
All right, so look, I feel like the way Illy worded it was
She
what
worded it
fucked
exactly
y'all
how she
up.
wanted to, Gonzo. Stop trying to save her.
Yes, you're trying to save
I'm
her.
trying to keep it cordial here. I'm trying to
No,
keep
you
shit
can't
cordial.
because
Let
some
us
dumb
take
shit
Because
it
came
if
out her
that's
easy.
how
mouth.
she
She
felt,
dumb.
she
I'm
would say
sorry.
that, and she's not
She said
saying
she
that. So
allowed dumb
stop,
shit. She
stop
said she
speaking for
logical, but
her.
logical people think about what the fuck they're saying before they say it. You didn't think about that.
And then you're backing it up. Like, it's not even like you didn't think about it and you're clearing it up and it's making sense. You're not clearing it up. You really feel like that. And then your logic behind your explanation is supporting the bullshit. So it's like, honestly, it doesn't even matter. We had the conversation. I had fun. It was great.
Me too. This was fun. I'm sorry, but no, I can't have a conversation with you ever again. I might block you after this one.
And
Block
People
who,
raise
me?
kids in their
I'm
own
blocking
way.
Illy. She getting blocked. I don't even
Oh.
follow her ass if she getting blocked
I
today.
was gonna say
I
I was just trying to keep shit cordial. That's
No,
all.
we are
It
cordial.
doesn't work when
Listen,
you have
ain't no bad blood between me and
individuals
Vana.
on your
I know me and
panel
Vana started off a
who
little
don't
hot,
know
but
how
baby, we
to
just two
speak
spice
when
balls, and
spoken
that's really
to,
what it is.
and they
Vana
don't
no hard
speak in a
blood, but
healthy
I
manner.
just
Hey,
can't.
Vana cool as fuck.
Vana, yeah, Vana, we
Vana
good,
that
baby. I know
girl,
we
man.
started off. I know we started off hot,
it
but
was rough, boo, but
I
listen.
would've.
but it's all
I would've
love.
fucked with
Okay,
Vana.
listen, it's
It's
all love.
always
But
love. I love y'all.
I just met girl. I can't even. Y'all, I'm sweating over here. I'm literally sweating over
sweating
here. My
so
titties
bad. I'm
sweating,
embarrassed.
everything's sweating. My belly button sweating. I'm hot to the motherfucker. I'm mad.
I'm embarrassed. I'm back
mad.
on the
I'm not
debate
even
team.
embarrassed. She should be embarrassed. So fuck.
I'm in middle school on a debate team.
Girl, what we embarrassed for? She should be
Really,
embarrassed of her motherfucking self. She should be ashamed.
Gonzo. I
Vana.
truly did enjoy myself. I enjoy having different viewpoints and getting different viewpoints on other individuals in life. So I do thank you genuinely for bringing us on the show to have the
Okay,
conversation.
hold on. So before we do end this off, there's a little Q&A. 5 questions
Okay.
asked by the people that view this shit. So some of them, I'm not gonna lie, some of them are fucking weird, and some of them are pretty logical. Just bear with me here.
I need to know who said something about me because I'll address it.
No. No one talking
okay.
shit. No one talking shit.
Okay.
Jhordan, you are heated.
She's ready to
Listen,
go.
no, I'm trying to tell y'all, being crazy
Great
is not
day.
fun. When people
Hey,
say
look.
that they crazy, I be like, bitch, you don't even know. It runs in my family. Like when I say we all listen, do not play games. I'm over here hot. I can't sit still. My legs shaking, my hands shaking, my body shaking.
I'm so
I'm
hot.
sweating.
She muted herself, so this is gonna be this one. She
Okay.
done muted herself. She probably, I don't know.
Probably crying.
So here's the first question here.
To the guest. What the fuck?
Which one do you use most?
I picked random.
I'm
Can we
going with this one.
imitate them? I can.
Like imitate the three, but like how, like which one? So it's saying like to imitate the three, but like which
Gotta do
ones?
all three of them at the same time.
Not at the same time, but like all
No,
three of them.
I'm
Like,
definitely a.
so no, so it's saying like what is
I'm
it
gonna go with
saying?
that one.
Can you imitate? So it's saying to imitate the three emojis, and then out of the three, after you imitate them, which one do you use the most?
Imitate the three emojis. Okay. So wait. What is that one? Is like this,
Yeah, like
and
that.
then the other one is like, and then the other one is like. And I would say I use the questioning face.
Illy, did you see it?
Yeah, I don't even use those kind of emojis, so I'm good.
That's not very feminine of you. I use the kissy face.
She out. She gone. All right.
Bye. I'm sorry. She was pissing me off anyway.
Okay, so I'm just gonna address it before we even continue with the question. Like, I just feel like the way she was just going about the whole podcast, I feel like she was trying to piss people off.
It was
Me too.
Because like before Jhordan, before you joined, she pissed off Vana. Now Vana, from my experience, she one of the coolest females I fucking know.
Try to be.
Especially after this podcast, like Vana, you got my respect for sure. And you know what I'm saying? She was just trying to piss her off for some fucking reason and saying all that stupid shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I felt.
I'm sorry, Vana. When I came in, I knew that I just wanted to address my opinion. But I'm very spicy, so I'm a sensitive person. So when I feel like somebody tone a little too sharp, I get defensive as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be like, because I had that mom that'd be like, who you talking to?
I'm naturally passionate. Like, that's just how I talk. You know what I mean? Like, I just talk passionate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I speak, it's just like I mean what I say. Like, it's not to be talking at anybody to make anybody feel smaller. It's just I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm passionate about the conversation. And she, like, before you had came on, even just how she had introduced herself and like what she made it seem like her agenda was here to do, I already knew we was gonna bump heads because I just know like what I stand by. And like, you know what I mean? How I just stand by uplifting women. And it's like, you know, I'm one of the women who is like, I like to vouch for both sides. Like, I want people to know that there are still good women like us out here. But I feel like she was just going too crazy on us. Like, girl, I can't.
Girl, she lost me when she was like, this is why guys don't desire y'all. And when she said y'all, it kind of made me feel like she was talking about black women. And I'm like, hold on, time out. Because that's where I kind of got pissed off too, because it was like, first thing white women, and I'm not calling her white. I know she's probably Pacific Islander or something. But the first thing white women say is, my baby daddy black, my kids are black. It's to try to validate the shit that they're saying. And it's like, okay, you could still get punched in your fucking mouth saying some disrespectful shit like that.
Hold on. If she's Pacific Islander, then what am I?
You're Hispanic, right? I see the Mexican flag back there.
Yeah.
Oh, she's Mexican?
I think she's Mexican too.
I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't really see her. I'm over here trying to squint looking at y'all.
So like this is the first time speaking with y'all, and she rubbed me the wrong way just based off what she was saying too. But me, usually, like when I'm on a podcast, I'm like, I let them say whatever they want to say, and it is what it is. But I do respect the fact that both y'all held your ground and fucking told her what's up. Like, I fucking,
because she was being, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm one of those people that like dumb shit. When something dumb comes out people's mouth, like immediately I start twitching. Like, I don't know why. It pisses me off so bad, especially for her to come out and say like she's logical and then turn around and say everything that's coming out her fucking mouth is dumb.
And then when she said this is why men don't like you, like, nah, that's not it at all. If anything, I'm gonna tell you, as a man, like, we like fire.
I thought we were here to talk about collectively, like, the issues, like, on men and women's parts.
And we were, and she kind of fucked that up. I'm not gonna lie to you. We were supposed to, but she kind of fucked that up.
I was expecting to talk about the dating life.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So, I was like, man, look, I'm about to have to be a bad guy.
And Jhordan asked where I found that. Well, I found all of y'all on Instagram, obviously. You know know what I'm saying? I
Leave
didn't know
her where the
any of
fuck
y'all.
she at.
I didn't know any of y'all, and I was like, okay, these people look like a cool vibe. Boom. Let's invite
I'm
them on.
sorry, you guys had to figure out that I'm not that damn cool. I'm not cool
Nah, you
at
cool as
all.
fuck. Both of
I
y'all cool
genuinely
as fuck.
wish we could have. I wanted to really ask more, like, because I genuinely wanted to know, like, I wanted her to explain behind her reasoning. Like, that's why I was trying so hard for it not to get heated and not for it to just turn into a jumble. Because I need you in words to make this make sense in front of the people. Like, when you have someone who knows how to speak intelligently, who can listen to what you're saying, and you know what I mean, really break it apart. Like, no, let's really talk about this. If this is really what you're teaching and this is really how you believe it, like, let's talk about it. But she wanted to make it seem like we were getting emotionally charged. I'm fine. I just naturally speak passionate, but
I just fuck with.
sense. It wasn't making
I'm
no
just
sense.
naturally an angry person. I don't really.
Nah, it's not even that. I just fuck with how y'all have fire. Like, y'all stand your ground and y'all don't give a fuck. Like, that's what I fuck with. And I'm gonna tell you, as a man, like, a lot of men do respect that, whether you guys believe it or not. Like, men love a woman with fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, as a man, we're supposed to protect our women for sure. But
it's
in
about
the
knowing
times,
when to turn it on and when to turn it off.
right. And then in the times that we can't, and the women's like holding the ground, like that shit. Like, there's nothing. I'm gonna tell you this. There's nothing more attractive than that. So
that's one thing.
Don't listen to what she said, because look,
Hell,
men
boy. This is
love
my whole thing. This was my whole thing. I'm sorry,
men
I'm
love
getting hot
women with
again
fire.
because I was trying to be nice and let her talk in the beginning. That's why I kept asking, like, wait, maybe she didn't mean, because in the back of my mind, I'm like, maybe she didn't mean it like that. Maybe it is just coming out a little wrong. That's why I asked her, like, I had to ask her a few questions, but then when she clarified to say the same shit, and it's like, girl, and this is why you're single. We could see why you're single now, because you
I
think
didn't
that
even
a
know she
man
had
just
full
wants a
kids.
naturally submissive woman. No, a man knows that a dominant man knows that he's going to have to work for a woman's submission. It doesn't just come. And if you submit to every fucking man, girl, you're misleading yourself, your kids. It's not just about you as dating as a mother. It's not just about you. It's about your daughter. It's about your sons. It's about your kids. So when you're dating, you got to understand that person's not only dating you, but they're dating your kids as well, or they're gonna be like in your kids' lives as well. So in the end of the day, it's like I'm scared for her kids. I'm not gonna lie. When I said that I feel bad for her daughters, I genuinely mean that, because they're gonna grow up with low self-confidence. They're gonna grow up with the mindset of men are able to tell me how I should treat myself, how I should view myself, how I should look at myself. You could tell she was in a mentally abusive relationship. Like, the man that she was with mentally drained her.
I feel like I don't even want to speak on her because she's not on here anymore. Like, you know what I mean?
You're right.
We all know what took place, like, whatever. But I would be able to take constructive criticism if it was coming from a married woman. If she was married happily for all these years, and she, you know what I'm saying, she had her bills paid, and if she was showing me that, okay, these are the things that I did and I could really learn something from her, then yeah, cool. I might be able to take what you saying with a grain of salt. But you single on here with more kids than both of us, trying to tell us what a real woman is. And that don't make sense.
Talking about you.
No,
we're pre-owned.
That's all I'm going to say about it.
It was the pre-owned that took everybody out. I feel like the pre-owned is what got everybody started. Because once she said that, I was like,
she made it sound like a car dealership. Like, you're gonna go to a car dealership.
I felt like I had no motor. Like, she made me feel like I ain't had no fucking motor in my car. Like, she made me feel like some parts was missing or something. Like, I felt like my tires, my car, my outer look is ashy. Like, she had me feeling away. That's why I'm like, pre-owned, baby. But then it's like,
I fuck with y'all so much. This shit was fun, man.
It was fun. I enjoyed myself. I'm sorry, but y'all, I feel like we should go back to the times where we got to tell people they sound dumb as fuck. I'm sorry. I'm so tired of this
I'm glad you brought that
generation. I really am. I'm so tired of it because I'm too blunt, and people begin. This is why I stay by myself, because I'm a very blunt person, and I'm gonna speak how I feel. And if you feel some type of way, then you just gonna feel that way. But
I feel like for future episodes, I could literally just bring y'all on, and y'all could be like the ones that like tell people like, hey, you sound dumb as fuck. Like,
please don't put me on the show with her again. I'm sorry, because next time I might teleport.
It won't be with her. It won't be with her.
I might just teleport. I might hop through the camera.
Thank God it was virtual, right?
Girl,
I swear to God, if y'all was at this table,
baddies. This would have been now that's TV at this point, because
if y'all was here at this table right now, y'all probably would have thrown hands, and I would have
gave her the satisfaction. I wouldn't have gave her the satisfaction at all.
I would have. It would have quenched my thirst. it would have quenched my thirst
Yeah,
to knock some damn sense. She needs some sense knocked into her. That like, I'm sorry. I'm really over here sweating, y'all. I'm really hot
I'm
because she
sweating
really
too.
was just.
y'all lit, man. I want y'all to be my friends, man.
We could be
For
friends
real, we can all
in
be
the club
friends.
with my
Yes,
kid and we
like-
vibing.
Y'all cool as fuck, man. Like the way I'm just saying, like just
Podcast
based off the way y'all handled it. Like obviously, a lot of people would be like, no, that's not the way to handle it. But in my opinion, like y'all handled that shit with ease. Like y'all was cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all stood your ground. Y'all said what y'all had to say, and she got mad as fuck. That's why she's not here right now. So
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I'm
because
saying?
she knows she sound dumb.
She probably gonna block me too.
She already listen. When I get off of here, if I'm
Yeah.
not already blocked, trust me, she's going on the block list. You can't even see my page.
I just want her to look me up before she blocked me, so she know that I'm wanted. Hallie.
I want y'all to come on future episodes just to tell people what the deal is. Like that shit
Come
was
on
cool.
now.
Let us know.
Both of
I'm
y'all,
trying to
man.
stay calmer next time. This is my first podcast, but I'm sorry. Like even in, I'm a very passionate person too, and sometimes I really don't be angry. I do be passionate, but no,
Yeah.
this episode I'm not gonna lie, she had me hot.
Hey, for your first podcast, that shit was lit. That shit was like, you know how motherfuckers say 10 out of 10, man. That shit was higher than that. Like I think both of y'all did really good for your first podcast. Like straight
Yes.
the fuck up. Like
Vanna, I fuck with
was-
you. I really do. I really fuck with you. Like after talking to you, I'm like, okay, I could agree with what she's saying. Like, but I'm not a feminist. I can be honest and say I'm not a feminist. I'm just here. I believe what I believe in.
You don't have to even define yourself as that. But even after you were talking and we started talking, I'm like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? I'm okay with us having different viewpoints and stuff like that. Like we could have a different viewpoint on one topic and then agree on all of these other topics.
No facts.
Like, so you know what I mean? Like I wasn't even tripping about that. It just had completely caught me off guard, her approach. And then it was like, you were satin with her low key, and I'm like, I'm about to be arguing with these motherfuckers.
I just think
because
as a
I'm not
woman,
gonna lie, I wasn't.
Right one.
I was just saying,
as a woman,
I do see what men mean when they say that women require too much and they don't be wanting to do enough. Like, I'm not saying you got to give up your booty, but why do you like? Can you afford it? Like you said, can you afford $1,000 date? You know what I'm saying?
It's just about
value. I could, but do I want to?
Right, but no, I'm saying as a woman, like, when women want $1,000 dates from men, they have to ask themselves, can I even take myself on $1,000 date? Can I even give myself this? And you're requiring this out of somebody else. It's like, no, it's not a requirement. If anything, you should ask them to teach you what the fuck they're doing to get there, to be able to afford that. Like, that's all I was saying. I wasn't saying that you don't deserve $1,000 date, because baby, I feel like we deserve $1,000 date. But
last thing I'm gonna say about her is I just feel like she's very materialistic when it comes to her picking men, and that's also what gets her in a lot of trouble.
She
said dinner. She said it's a transaction.
The first thing that women are convinced about is like your core and then your personality.
First off, no, you brought up a good point. When the fuck is
talking about? You know what I mean?
When has sex been a transaction? What the fuck was she talking
about?
Sex
is a transaction of spirits. When you have sex with somebody, you guys are transacting your spirit. So you got to be careful who you have sex with, because you do take energy from that person. Like you take energy from that person. So it's a transaction in that way. Not for no damn dinner. It's not.
If she would have spun it that way, I'd have been like, yeah, it is a transaction. It's a, you know what I'm saying? A transfer of energies and souls. I get that. She didn't go.
She didn't say that.
Exactly.
She didn't say that.
She said she was talking about dinner. That's where I was like, hold on. I was trying to. That's why I was like, hold on, Iggy. Or what's her name? Izzy.
Illy.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, Illy, because
Iggy Azalea.
Because once you say some dumb shit like that, you don't even deserve a name in my mind. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting about you after this. Like, you don't even deserve space in my brain, because you ain't got no space in yours. You got all air. I'm just saying.
If I met y'all when I was like still in high school, I would have learned a lot from what y'all said, because if I knew sex was like a transaction with fucking spirits and shit like that, it's your spiritual shit, I probably would have been more easy with sex.
But that's something we had to learn ourselves too. It's not something
exactly.
Yeah.
when you
comes
wake up depressed, sad, crying over somebody that doesn't value you, you learn like, okay, I'm gonna be more cautious of who I give my body to because they're taking too much of my peace of mind with them.
Right. Right. So let's go ahead and get with the rest of these 4 questions, and then we'll end it off from there. So here's the second question right here. About there you go.
Fit bods or fit bods?
Dad bods.
Yeah, are dad bods like they got the stomach and shit? What are dad bods?
I love a dad bod.
It's hard. I feel like I mean, come on now, who doesn't like a good fit body? Like
you right.
You know what I mean? I guess I'll love that, but I like a dad bod, you know.
I like a dad bod because it's like they got that fat pack with the V cut, and it's just I don't know what it is.
I'm curious what my body is now.
Ooh.
I'm curious what my body is.
What'd you say, Vana?
They usually eat good too.
Girl, eat good, do good, everything good, everything.
As a Chicano, I eat really good, but I don't know what body type I have. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I
Gonzo over here trying to put himself up. He said, "Hold on,
a dad bod.
You got a dad bod, Gonzo?
No, he don't got no dad bod.
Oh no, you don't got no dad bod.
You are the fitter side.
I don't got a dad bod. I'm good.
You good?
I don't want a dad bod. I'm not gonna.
You got a couple years.
Chill. I'm not getting no dad bod. Chill out.
I'm weak.
Do tattoos make people more attractive? That's a good fucking question. Do tattoos?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. So what do you mean sometimes?
Yes.
Sometimes because like I have tattoos that really mean deep. They have deep meaning. So I feel like if you have some dumb shit on you, like I've seen people with guns tattooed on their ass, and that shit is just unattractive.
Like all of mine.
You just got dumb. If you have things that mean something, it's attractive because it's like, okay, you don't just make dumb decisions. Like, and I also look at men's tattoos because I look at your mindset. Like, you decided to permanently tattoo this dumb shit on your body. Now I can't trust you to lead me nowhere because you're gonna lead me into some dumb shit.
Right.
And that's really how I look at it.
So that's why all of mine have meaning. Like I have a sleeve that's based on my family. Like this, my pops.
I love that.
This the mountains because I grew up in Colorado. So like,
wow.
I look at my backyard. There were mountains and shit back there. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of them were, Catholic Christian. So I had the cross there, my last name, and then my nationality right there. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And that's that left side of my arm. You know what I mean? So, I mean, all of mine have meaning, but I see what you mean. Like a lot of people will tattoo roses or guns or like some weird.
So, I love tattoos. I like tattoos for myself. Like I
like your tattoos. I think that little half sleeve right there is
fucking stuff. But I do agree. Like on the flip side, there's nothing more unattractive than someone who has like just tattoos that are just, you know what I mean? It's like, come on now, I have different type of environments I go in. I could have to want to take you to a work environment and you have a freaking teardrop on your eye. Like, you know what I mean? Just stuff that it's just annoying that kind of just be in the way. And so I agree with that.
I definitely like your half sleeve though. That shit.
Thanks. I actually want to get this. I want to turn this into a sleeve and then I'll probably be done with
Definitely do it. Definitely do it. I'm a tattoo lover though, so I don't know.
I love tattoos. Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
I do too. It's just been forever. Like I don't trust everybody to tattoo me as a black person because we get dug out and tattoos be looking blurry. I don't trust everybody.
So this was a fucked up question to ask.
Come on now.
Nah, y'all know y'all gonna fucking say.
You already know the answer. You already know the answer. Should I say it? Because I'm just saying.
You don't gotta say it. It's cool. What's the best advice you got for someone, either male or female, to shoot their shot at someone they got an eye on? So what's y'all advice? So let's say you're talking to a guy, right? And he's like, dude, I want to talk to that female, but I don't know what to do. What's y'all advice?
Are they in person?
Yeah.
What's the setting? Because this all matters.
Yeah.
I don't want to say
in any situation, confidence. Confidence, regardless of if you're if you're nervous, confidence is everything, regardless of the situation. That's a universal thing. Come with confidence. I don't care if you telling me that you sell roses by the beach. Like, be confident in your answers. I don't care what it is. Just be confident.
I got you. Because like most females like 6 foot and taller, so I'm like, I'm 5'6". I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and
I'm 5'1". If you anything over 6, listen, I do not like a 6 foot man. I am 5'1", and that is too damn tall. I do not like to look at you like this. I want to be able to be comfortable next to my man. I don't like anything over 5'10", if I'm being honest. Like 5'10" is kind of really my max, because then you just become at that point, it doesn't really matter how tall you are. You're just fucking tall.
Thank you. God damn, like what? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just so much about height in a man. Like I can't fathom.
I'm kind of short, so I feel like as long as you're taller than me, then I'm good. You know.
How tall are you, Vana? Vana, how tall are you? 5'2".
Yeah, so it's like you please be clean.
Hey, that fire in you though is like motherfucking 6'5".
Yeah, a little, but I'm heavy though.
Yeah. What the hell? This is a whole Bible verse. What is this? How do you naturally?
As if someone told you to, if naturally use both hands, that means you're genuine.
I don't know. It depends. Are both my hands free? Because I'm using 2 hands.
If both your hands were free, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm using. I don't know. Wait, hold on. Now I gotta.
Didn't they say cover your eyes very specifically? So I overthink. So if you tell me cover my eyes, I have to use both of my hands because you didn't tell me one eye. You told me cover both my eyes. So
all right, so I'm gonna naturally tell you.
Where are you from, Vana?
I'm from Pittsburgh.
Girl, I'm over here trying to figure out.
You're not far. I'm in Maryland. You're not far.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh shit.
I actually got
when I was in Maryland, y'all want to know some crazy shit? I was downtown, right?
We'll talk about Baltimore.
Oh yeah, downtown Baltimore. Yeah. 2 little boys. They had ski masks on their head. They had to be all of 10 years old. I swear to God. One little boy handed the other little boy a 9, and then they looked over at me. I said, I don't know what the fuck be going on out there.
A lot of
I don't know what the fuck be going on out there, but I'm a mind my business before I become a casualty. But that shit's crazy. Like, I didn't think Baltimore was really like that. They really out there like that.
Don't walk around Baltimore at night. I'm gonna just say.
Oh, that. I wouldn't even.
Especially because like me, like I'm like the only Mexican over here, bro. Like there's in Baltimore, it's predominantly African American, right? So they're gonna look at me and be like, "Who the fuck you want?" So I don't go around there at night.
I also hate that because I feel like Black and brown communities, we would be so strong if we really like stopped playing.
If we united, bro. If we united,
man, unstoppable.
Swear to God, we need to do that. But
no, for real.
No, but that about ends off this episode. I appreciate y'all coming on. I want to, you know what? I want to bring y'all on future episodes, like every single future episode, just so y'all hold that fire and like you could tell like somebody like you sound stupid. Like,
oh my God, I will y'all with a quickness. Stupid. If I don't say it, my face will.
Yeah, I will. Just keep us posted. I had fun.
Vana egging you on. She's like, get her, girl.
Cause she like, y'all get mad. I'm like, girl, I am not getting mad. You don't know who I am. I can do this all day.
But I do. I get mad, but I'm not gonna stay mad. But I do get mad. I don't know. I get snappy. I wouldn't even say I'm mad.
Even if you got me mad, I'm not gonna let you know it. Like, you don't know that you got me messed up. Like, I'm gonna sit pretty and smile just like as if nothing's ever wrong. Like, you wouldn't.
See, Vana was getting mad, and then she was like, "Get her, girl. I'ma chill."
Girl, if I start smiling and I'm mad, my face starts twitching. It'd be like I cannot hide my anger. I'm trying to tell you, it's something of its own, and it's not to be dealt with. Like, I don't know what the fuck. My anger just be.
I just hope I didn't like make y'all mad. Like, I was trying.
No, I think you did great of trying to, you know what I mean, as a host, like stand in the middle and just trying to keep
shit cordial.
Yeah, because you was so trying to make logic of everything that girl was saying that was illogical. I trying to
my best, but I couldn't because y'all was like, nah. You guys were like, nah, stop covering for her. I was like,
no, for real, because we clarified. We asked her questions.
She don't want to be saved. Don't say
for real. Hey, let her go back to her used car lot. Let her go back to her car lot, okay?
I was trying to be all right, and it didn't work because y'all was like, nah, stop it, and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
sometimes, you know what? You need to tell people that they're dumb so they finally look up in their mirror and they be like, you know what? I need to fix this about myself. If you don't have genuine people who are willing, like, that's a real friend right there. A real friend is going to tell you, bitch, you look dumb. You look dumb. And if you don't have a friend that's willing to tell you that, you don't have real friends, because a friend is not going to let you go out like that.
Hey,
They not.
friend group right here. Let's get it.
For real. I will not.
Friend group, let's get it. But again, I appreciate y'all coming on. I didn't expect that episode. I'm sorry. Like,
we
out
done
of
flipped this
6
whole
seasons,
podcast upside down, Vanna.
look, I had 6 seasons of podcasts, and I was like, when the fuck is there gonna be an argument? And I kept saying that, and then here we are. You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck, I didn't expect that shit, but
This is the perfect group. I like this group.
it was cool.
yeah, we gotta do it again.
We definitely gonna do that shit again. That shit was lit. You know.
Now, can we watch this? Like, can we go back and watch this?
Absolutely. So I'm gonna post this.
Yeah, because
up.
I need to know what she said in the beginning that had Vanna so hot. Because I was like, damn, she coming at me like that too. I was like, I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, I was confused. I'm like, why is she coming at me like that? But then
you gotta see. So you gotta watch before you join, because Vana, like, she said something to Vana, and Vana was like, the fuck, like, and that's when it went off. So you gotta watch from the beginning, but it's gonna be available tomorrow. I'm gonna post all this shit tomorrow. Y'all be able to watch it and everything. So,
this is exciting.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for having us.
I love y'all, man. I love y'all.
We love you too. Hey, I'll be in Baltimore soon.
Hey, we gotta link up, baby. We gotta link up
for the next podcast.
Absolutely.
All right,
thank
y'all.